Don't want to be a rapper.
Yeah, don't be a rapper.
So basically, we got off track as we do so well. But yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace
to those. Mo, King
Von.
King Von. I was gonna say Votto for some reason. I was thinking of the O because he's from the O. King Vo. Hope Boosie get well. Hope Jeremiah get well.
Boosie.
And again, up and coming rappers. I think that was the question. I just kind of ask yourself, like, it. I've said this on the show many times. There's more options than being an athlete and being a musician
or being a performer.
Being a performer, like be an editor.
Right.
You can still be in the industry.
You can be a songwriter.
Be a photographer. Be a songwriter. Be a fucking.
You can be a
script writer.
Yeah, you can be a studio guitarist. You can be a studio producer. You can be a studio pianist.
Be a what you call it? What's the engineer?
Engineer.
You love computers.
Yeah.
These rappers are getting budgets to pay these engineers top dollar.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to do this shit. They just want to be able to go in the studio, smoke, rap, and then you're supposed to work your magic and make it sound like
and it's not only
clear.
It's not only just music. You can do it for engineer for shows.
Yeah.
You can
Scoring.
Even our podcast people want to have their podcasts sound real crisp, real good.
A live engineer.
There's a hustle out there for sure.
Yeah. I just want people to know that because I was in that same boat growing up. Yeah. It was like I play football. Oh, I'm gonna make beats. I'm gonna be a rapper. And not to say, I'm not gonna say who was around me and maybe, but it's like I wish growing up I knew that, like, there's way other cool things you can do and make good money. Like, because I look back now, I was like, I'm glad I didn't continue pursuing to be around.
Right.
But that's how we were educated as children. Like, no one educates us on like every type of job and in every subcategory for jobs that could be there. Like, you could have marketing, but there's different like areas in marketing that you could specialize in. But no one teaches
we're also
you
not
that
telling
shit.
everybody to not chase your dreams. Go ahead and do that, but just be smart about.
Just make sure it's your dream. I posted a story that said it's a hard thing for people to understand when to switch courses,
right?
Because you don't want to seem like you're giving up, but also you need to make sure that you're making progress.
Right.
Like, just because you've been rapping, you've been at it, you've been trying to be a rapper for 10 years, right? So, in one mind, it's like, I can't give up now. I've been going, the story say it takes a while. It's not an overnight. But at some point, you have to look and go,
it's not twisted.
It's
You're
been
not 10
10 years.
Overnight.
Yeah. But at some point, you have to be responsible and go, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
It's been 10, you got to know when to switch courses. And I think the example I said on Instagram was I switched courses from rapping and I was actually making progress. In a year and a half, I had 3 shows, 2 mixtapes. I went to a conference. I was networking. I was actually doing that. But there are some people who are just keep making announcements. New mixtape dropping. New thing dropping. Right. It's like, cool. And then year 3 coming. Y'all ready? All right.
All right. Where is it at?
It's like.
So what would you give then? What advice would you give?
I would say, so I'll give the same.
Honestly.
Well, you're saying to continue or to switch?
To those people, like whether or not they don't know when to switch. You know what I mean?
I would say assess the situation. So
there'll be a time when you.
Yeah, but
how do you know when to call it quits?
Sometimes it's not. No,
really?
To his point. Oh. So
how do you know?
I would say assess the situation. So what I did was with music was I was in the middle of working on my next mixtape. I had all the beats, I had the titles, I had the lyrics, and then I just was like. I kind of looked at what really being an artist is, and it was just like, for me, I wanted nothing to do with that. Like I explained on the previous shows, like imagine your morning, 6 in the morning, radio, this, press conference, same people ask you the same questions. You say something, it goes viral, and now no privacy, can't go to the grocery store. Somebody
everything you say can be taken. Out of context.
Like, do I want that? And I was like, I don't. I'm kind of like a private person. I don't really. I don't want
really
that
public,
So then I started thinking, okay, where can I still do the passion and not be in that? And then that's where the idea of a podcast. When you think about a podcast, I'm getting my opinion out. It's entertainment. I'm still on YouTube. I'm still on social media, but it's like it's controlled. I don't have to be, because to be in the music industry, you got to be a persona. Yeah. You got to look like a rapper. You got to be a rapper. So to those people, I would say
it's also in podcasts too. You can be yourself, personality.
Yeah, you can dress the way you want, say whatever you want. Yeah. But what I would say to those people, to your question, make sure you've given it 100%. Before you switch. Yeah, so what happened with me was I was working 2 jobs and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this one more shot. I went and bought drum. I think I had the song. my life though, it was 2 jobs. Easy money wasn't too hard, so I went ahead and bought a drum machine by the same price as a boob job. Bought a keyboard and a microphone. Idea, yeah, the light was on. So like I literally said that. Like I went in.
We gotta do videos, bro. Like we gotta do some videos.
I do it for the old music, to be honest.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You just gotta make some music video. Your shit is fire, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you.
So I rapped that, and basically my mindset was I had the 2 jobs. I was making good money, but it wasn't my passion. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this music shit. When I bought the laptop, I bought Logic. I gave it 100. I performed. I did everything, and even after that, it wasn't fulfilling. So I was able to walk away not saying like, yeah, but what if you like got a drum machine? What if? And there's no what ifs. I was like, I did it. I killed it, and it wasn't for me. So I would say for people, give it 100%. Like a real 100, not the fake rap. Fake, like, I'm in the studio at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna send a story, but we ain't really working. I'm just here at the studio super late.
Or like I'm gonna rip all these beats off of YouTube and then just put it on whatever.
Yeah, like give it a real shot. Like when I was doing my music, I sat down. I got a concept for the album. I came up with titles. I had a whole calendar. I said I'm gonna work on this song, this beat, and this record it, and then I'm gonna edit it. Like I had a schedule. Yeah. Strict. And when I did music, I'm gonna reach out to these people and I'm gonna see if I could perform here. I'm gonna save up money. I printed pictures. I went to Target. I wrote all the lyrics to my first mixtape when I went to a conference. They had a San Diego music conference. Lyrics, because they were saying I was putting together a media kit and literally typed up all 10 songs and then printed that out. Had a picture, had information, had a business. I did business card, graphics. Bianca did my album, my CD. So, like, do that. If you haven't done that yet, it's going to be hard to walk away because you're still going to say to yourself, I haven't really did it.
It's like, I still got the idea, but...
Yeah, do it. And honestly...
That's a good point, man.
Yeah,
really good point.
You got to give it 100% first. And a lot of people, when you look in the mirror, you can tell... You might not tell outside people, but like, I ain't really been... Yeah. I haven't been giving it 100%.
Yeah, that's why you see all that. You can tell the half-ass rappers... apart from the real people, the real artists who want to take that as their job. Because essentially it is going to be your job, so you have to treat it as such.
And they don't. They just want the one hit to go and have the money. And it's like, bro, that's what you see from rappers doing that. You don't know what goes behind that. You don't know the 17-hour workday. And I've sat in studios with people that took them 10 hours for one song. They was trying to get the right. Yeah. And then the next day. And then the next day. And so when people are like, yo, you want to go? Nah, I got to work on it. You got to be able to say, nah, yo, you want to, it's bitches. Nah.
You gotta be able to turn down.
Passion. Yeah, that's when you know it's a passion. When you're willing to cut other shit out because you want to invest your available energy and time onto something. Mm-hmm. I think people need to really ask themselves, are they working? Because where did I hear this? I forgot where I heard this. But the question you need to ask yourself is, yeah, that's hard.
That's dope.
That's hard. You got to still.
Oh, this is my little workstation right here.
You see that? Hang that bad boy. Ooh!
Damn. Sarah, I be working. I got to have the agua at arm's reach.
Right. But I think you need to ask yourself, if you're doing anything, pursuing any type of passion, are you working at that passion as hard as you're working at your day job? Because we're at 8 hours a day, right? And
so you need to be putting 8 hours to that passion.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
But it's hard because we need to allocate our energy and time into and balance it, because a lot of people will work 8 hours, come home and not have any energy, and then totally skip out on their hobbies or interests. So,
but that's when you know what's a hobby and what's a passion.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, to your question, if you're not able to sacrifice at this level, you're not gonna be able to sacrifice at the superstar level that you think you want to get to. That's the thing. They think they want to get to that and don't understand the higher you go, the more isolated you become, the more birthdays you miss, more anniversaries, the more funerals you miss, the more somebody's sick and you can't go see them and then they die while you're on the road and you got to deal with that. Like, that's the shit they don't show you when they flash the money. Like, you got a niece that's 1 and then by the time you see her again, she's 7.
Right.
And that shit happens. It happens all the time.
So time flies.
Yeah. So is this music thing that important to you for those extreme measures? If you're going to be like, hell no, then it probably ain't for you.
It probably does. Yeah. It's probably not.
That's true. 6.
So just be honest. And that's the thing. You got to be honest with yourself. And it is as cliche as that sound. A lot of people aren't honest with themselves. A lot of people lie to themselves, excuse themselves to not feel bad about when they're not doing shit. And that I've had these moments, literally looked in the mirror, talking to myself, like, what the fuck you doing? I've had these moments.
And those are important.
And those are very important. You have to look at yourself and say, you've been doing this rap shit for X amount of years. You've never been on stage, or you haven't dropped a consistent thing. You're not consistent online. People don't know your shit coming out. You're not talking. You need to look right at yourself. And then either at that point you can go, okay, I just named a whole checklist of shit I need to work on to get better at. Or you can go,
give it up.
You can lie to yourself or give it up. Right. It's either one or the other. But you got to understand that when you're not putting forth your 100% effort.
Right.
That's the easy way to know to make the shift. I don't know how the fuck we got on that.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, there's that.
We were saying why people still want to be rappers, and then on top of that, the whole getting murdered thing. Like, is it really your passion? Because you can lose your fucking life. Seriously.
It's funny you brought that up because I was thinking about that with Jordan. And I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I want Jordan to be in this shit. Get, clapped by some dumbass fool that's jealous.
Or he just at the club when somebody else is there. Wrong place.
Because I feel like now people look at that as like a notch in your belt. Like, oh, yeah, I killed this rapper.
For sure.
And that's fucked up.
They go viral for it.
Yeah, and then think about the copycats out there that want to be like that too, man. People are sick.
I mean, Jordan, I know he's been going that for a while, but I feel like he's one of those people that could do whatever he really put his mind to.
I'm not too worried about him. I think he's got confidence in what he's comfortable with.
Right.
Like, he's not going to step out of line just to be cool with some crew or whatever. Like, he's solid.
Right.
And you definitely got to have a solid foundation to get into the industry in general because... If you're not comfortable with yourself, they'll start off small. Like, hey, you ever thought about maybe bleaching your hair? I don't know. Let's just try it.
See, nah.
Hey, wear this Versace real tight. Hey, put this purse on. Hey, wear a wig. Hey,
here.
You like Fashion Nova Men?
Yeah.
Here, tap dance for us.
Yeah, tap dance for us real quick.
Oh, yeah, that can't happen, bro.
Like Dave Chappelle said, you got to have a price. Yeah. Before you get into this shit, you got to have a point where you're willing to walk away. Because if you don't, you're forever bought.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a loose quote of what he said when he left the Chappelle show. He said, before you get into this industry, you got to know where you're going to say no. Because if you don't, they can throw a number. 100,000 to wear tap dance? Like, nah. 300? All right. So we can buy them for 300. 300. All right, cool. All right, now you want to do this. You want to do something that's
for 10 years?
For your integrity, that just sacrifice your whole integrity? Nah. 400,000? Nah. 1.1 mil? Okay, we can buy them for 1.1 million.
So what is a decent amount where it's like, all right, they paid you out, but I mean, that's a lot of money.
It's the moral integrity shit. Like, it's something, if they come to you and it's like, if no money involved, you would never do it.
That part is
then you need to keep that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to be grounded when you get in. Because if you're not, you see so many people go in that industry and don't have a solid team around them or people and get washed up, chewed up, spit out.
Yeah, once you see them bands coming up.
Yeah, you can be bought. Once the industry know you can be bought, you can be bought. There's no respect. They're just going to come into negotiations and be like, what do you need? 300, 400, 500? You're going to say yes because you can be bought.
And that's why I don't really like the whole just getting into the music industry just for the money.
Yeah, if anybody doing that, it's crazy.
It just dilutes first of all, the work, the art of music in general.
Yep.
And it just taints it. And also, you're not going to be coming out with good records. You're not going to be giving it your 100%.
Nope.
And you're just going to be putting out random shit and
waiting for the stream check to come. Yeah. Waiting for the download check.
Sorry ass.
Seen that so many times. We've seen that so many times.
But that's the thing, though. Those people who are doing that, they don't even understand how they're getting ripped off. Like, if they get 100,000 for some streams, they're happy not knowing that those streams worth like 2.2 million.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
Yeah. They don't know that.
So they're happy. Like, 100,000? Hey, let me take that out the bank so I can do this.
Exactly.
So I can hold it like this. So I can do this.
And you know what happens after that?
Bam.
Fuck.
System.
Yeah, I be wondering that too. How these motherfuckers not be getting clapped with these bags on them, these bank bags with a hell of money, and they're like,
it's luck at that point. You just ain't got caught. You just haven't got caught.
Haven't got caught slipping.
You telling people where you at. You telling you at the club. We pulling up. You giving motherfuckers who just watching like, oh, they're gonna be there tonight.
Yeah.
All his previous stories, he always showed this bag at every state they went to that had at least 200 racks in it.
Bro,
so let's just get them at the fucking shit.
Chains.
Jury.
The shit that get me is when they be going to other people's hoods and posting a story like, hey, I'm like what 21 Savage and that other the fat dude.
Oh, Young Chop?
Well, yeah. He was like, hey,
Chicago?
yeah, I think so. He's like, hey, we in this block. I'm like, bro, you tripping? Do you want to die?
That's that shit, bro.
That's that shit.
Unless he had bodyguards and he's just trying to paint an image.
And also,
I was here, but you didn't see the bodyguards.
Some people do like the clout as well too.
And the image
some people just don't do it for the money. They do it for the clout as well too.
What they don't know is they don't go away. Like you might clout for that day, but you have impacted motherfuckers that's gonna try to get you for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Because you try to act like you was hard.